And for the foil, oh man, we got pummeled. Oh my goodness gracious, we got absolutely pummeled. Hey everybody, we have another one. It's a what I'm buying video where I'm gonna go over my mail, stuff that was purchased. In this video, it's gonna be all stuff that was purchased, a couple things in May and a bunch of stuff in June of 2025. Now, like the last video, there are gonna be a lot of Final Fantasy cards in here. I think most of the stuff is Final Fantasy, so I hope you like Final Fantasy. And also like the last video, in order to elevate things, and I think I'm going to keep this as a consistent thing going forward, I'm going to talk about the price I paid for the card, the date that the card was purchased on, and then we're going to go an extra step. We're going to go over to TCG Player and check out the price as of today, August 5th, 2025. So we're going to talk about the price of the cards then, we're going to look at the price of the cards now, and we're going to determine if something is either a winner, see what I did here? Look, we're elevating things, or a loser. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to talk about the entire price that I paid for everything all in and what everything in this video is worth now. Big thank you to our channel patrons that powered the channel over on Patreon. Your extra support goes a long way and we really appreciate you taking the time to support Martishius Magic. So I know that this is a video about buying cards, but if you're somebody who is looking to sell your cards and also save your time, then you should definitely check out Card Conduit. Card Conduit is a buy list service where you can sell your cards quickly and easily on the internet. Take your unused singles that are worth 50 cents or more and send them over to Card Conduit. There are 3 different services that you can use depending on the amount of pre-work that you want to do. Send your cards to Card Conduit and rest easy knowing that they are going to get the best buy list prices for your cards. Use our code MARTYMAGIC to save 10% on your fees when you check out. You can find links to all of our sponsors in the description of the video. If you like saving money, use those links. Let's talk for a moment about Dragon Shield. Dragon Shield has some new sleeves coming out. These are the non-glare. Now, this is not the first time that Dragon Shield has done non-glare. I use their black non-glare sleeves in my winter deck. You can see the difference here between the 2 sleeves. You have the regular sleeves here, and you can see kind of like the glare. But the non-glare, it's going to be less. So I just want to share these with you. There are 3 new colors coming out. I'm going to keep this one. I'm sending these ones to Paige. But if you want to get these blue ones, go follow us over on Instagram. We are going to be giving these away. And these are going to be available, I believe, August 8th of 2025. So if you are somebody who is doing a lot of gameplay or like you have a bright light in your house and you play Spell Table and your friends are always like, man, it's so bright, then you should check out the Dragon Shield non-glare sleeves. They are bringing Blood Red, Forest Green, and Blue to their non-glare arsenal. I've been using Dragon Shield sleeves since 2009 and I do not plan on quitting. Use our code MM5 to save 5% on your order. Now let's go ahead and talk about the mail. The first thing I want to talk about is, well, first of all, everything in this video, these were purchased May 16th, so these are pre-sales. Everything else in this video was purchased between June 8th and June 13th. I've tried to keep this chronological, so I feel like these should have gone in the first video. I'll put that video in the cards if you want to check it out. It was one that everybody enjoyed and it's another What I'm Buying video. So we got 3 Go-Go's. These were purchased at $1.81 a piece, so $5.43 total US dollars for those, and then everything in this video is US. And then we do have 8 Sphere Grid that I purchased. Do I need 8 Sphere Grid? No, but I read this card and I thought this card was good, so I bought some of them pre-sale. I bought 8 of them at $4.35 a piece, making the all-in price for these $34.80. Let's go ahead and talk about each of these and then we're going to check the current price on them. Sphere Grid, a green and 1 other. Enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. And then it has unlockability. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them have reach and trample. This seems like an auto-include in anything that loves counter synergy. If you're running stuff like Branching Evolution, stuff like Doubling Season, this seems like a card that goes hand in hand with those. Also, I played Final Fantasy X, so when I saw this card, I had an affinity to the Sphere Grid. This is kind of like the upgrade system that you do in that game. You max out your Sphere Grid, this is how you upgrade your characters. Now, Go-Go Mysterious Mime. This is just a card that is good. I did not play this game, but it is a game that I plan on playing because I've heard only good things about this one. Go-Go Mysterious Mime. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have Go-Go become a copy of another target creature you control until end of turn, except its name is Go-Go Mysterious Mime. If you do Go-Go and that creature each get +2/+0 and gain haste until end of turn and attack this turn if able. If you have a commander with a massive attack trigger, if you have stuff that has like a crazy triggered ability when it does combat damage, that kind of thing, Go-Go is the card for you. So shout out to Paige. Paige loves Arabella. Arabella does crazy stuff on the attack, and so Go-Go seems like an auto include in there. I'm sure that you have a commander that does crazy stuff when it deals damage. You probably like Go-Go, or if you have something with a big attack trigger, Go-Go is a card for you. Because it says at the beginning of combat, this is a repeatable effect. Now let's head over to TCG Player and see how these shook out. Go-Go Mysterious Mime, it looks like we are going to be up on Go-Go. The lowest price I'm seeing for this card is $4.28 near mint with $1.31 shipping. For the sake of this video, we will just include the near mint price on these and ignore the shipping cost. Shipping on TCG Player, you're going to see it a lot of the time is like $1.31. Let's just say $4.31 for each of the Go-Go's, or $4.28 for each of the Go-Go's. We're going to be putting those in our winners column if it isn't obvious, considering we bought those at $1.81 a piece. Let's go ahead and take a look at Sphere Grid. Definitely up on Sphere Grid as well. Price that I'm seeing for it is $11.75, so $11.75 near mint, shipping included. Let's just say $11.75 per card. We have pretty much doubled on both of these, so really nice to see that. It appears that Sphere Grid, being a 2-cost counters matters card, enchantment, so it's hard to remove, has been popular. So I'm not surprised to see the price of this card go up. Happy to have got it at such a good price. We will go ahead and put our 8 Sphere Grid and our 3 Go-Go in the winner column. Let's go ahead and move on to the next chunk of mail here. So when sets like this come out, especially stuff that I really care about, Final Fantasy, especially Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, those were my 2 favorites. I played Final Fantasy 7 with my cousin on PlayStation, and that was a really good game, but that was mostly a game that he played and I watched. Ooh, we got some baseball cards sent with us on this one. This is Lulu. Who do we got in here? Ooh, Otani. I know Otani. That's a good card. Well, I don't know if it's a good card, but that's one hell of a baseball player. Lulu's Stern Guardian Extended Art Foil. Now, I talked about this in the last video, but these extended art foils, these do not appear in the collector boosters. These do not appear in play boosters. The only spot that you are going to find these specific cards, and it's legends, it's creatures, legendary creatures, is in the bundle. You're going to get one from the main set, and you're going to get one that is from the Commander product. Now, the Commander product has this little chocobo on it. That's how you could tell. And also the set code is FIC. The regular set, well, these are all Commander cards so far, but the regular set, as you know, has a different set symbol. So Lulu, Stern Guardian here, and those bundle foils, they did not do this with the non-creature cards. So you're not going to find stuff like Sphere Grid Extended Art in the bundle. You're going to find Go-Go, Mysterious Mime, foil extended in the bundle. You're going to find Lulu and all the other creatures that came out in this set, whether it's in a commander deck or the main set, those are what appear in the bundle. So my thought process behind these was, because these cards only appear in the bundle, I figured those bundles are expensive. People aren't going to be able to just like buy bundles to try and crack and find these. I've been trying to get these for a good price. They really changed her outfit from in the video game. If you know, you know. Lulu, Stern Guardian, 2 and a blue. Legendary creature, human wizard. It's a 2/3. Whenever an opponent attacks you, choose target creature attacking you, put a stun counter on that creature, and then it also has this really fun proliferate built into it. This might be a card that I would put into something like the Wise Mothman. Anything with proliferate matters. You could probably put this into Atraxa. The fact that it has a reusable proliferate built into it as an ability is really cool, and the fact that it's not a tap to do it means if you did generate infinite mana, you could just proliferate infinite amount of times if you have blue mana available. So really interesting card. Let's see if it's a winner or a loser. Really quick, everybody, if you're enjoying this video, definitely subscribe, especially if this is your second Martishius Magic video. It's like 95% of you that watch are not subscribed. If you're getting anything out of this content, definitely sub. You can always unclick later if you get sick of seeing my face. Back to the cards. Oh God, I'm seeing $5 near mint. All right, let's put on the foil multiplier here. Wait, why am I not seeing foil? Here we go. We found a near mint foil. I see a lightly played foil, but we are going to look at the near mint. Oh, I forgot to mention what I purchased this at. So foil extended art Lulu, all in. $30 for this card, 30 bucks for the foil. This is going to end up being a loser. Oh God, oh no. Foil extended art Lulu. The cheapest I'm seeing it for here on TCG Players, $20.95. That is with somebody who has less than 100% feedback. So right around like $20 or $22. I'm going to say $20.95. Some people are going to disagree with me, but I am the type that really likes to order from sellers that have a high feedback rating. I prefer 100% feedback. If they have a crap ton of sales and 99% feedback, I'm fine with that, but it has to be just an absurd amount of sales, because most of the time people aren't trying to screw over your feedback rating. If you're on eBay or something like that, where most of these purchases were done on eBay, if I'm on eBay and I see somebody that has like a 98 or a 97% feedback rating, I typically avoid that. That may seem like, oh no, 97% is an A, right? No, 97% when you're selling cards is not very good. So no shade on anybody who has incurred bad feedback, but I'm just very serious about wanting that feedback rating to be as high as possible. I've been doing eBay since the early 2000s, and I have a 100% feedback rating on over 2,500 transactions. So if I can do it, you can do it. Moving back over here, and Lulu sadly goes into the loser pile. We are down about 10 bucks on Lulu. Let's get into the next card. Next up, we have Espers to Magicite. Purchased on June 8th. Lulu was also June 8th. Espers to Magicite foil extended, purchased June 8th for $6.48. 3 and a black, instant speed, exile each opponent's graveyard. When you do, choose up to one target creature or card exiled this way. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's an artifact and it loses all other card types. So think of it as like you're making a statue out of something. Say it's something big like a Jin-Gitaxias gets exiled from the graveyard. You're not going to get that creature, but you're going to get those abilities that are on the card. It's going to lose all other card types, but that effect that exists on that card, you're going to get that as an artifact. So a really interesting graveyard exile for all of your opponents. And then it also makes something pesky depending on what's in their graveyard. So it's kind of dependent on the opponent's graveyards, but I still think this card is good, and I'm happy I picked up a foil extended art copy. 92 cents. Let's see the foil. In near mint foil, $2.11. I said that I bought this at $6.48. So with the shipping, about $3.31. But for this video, I said I'm going to ignore that shipping cost. I see $2. Yeah, $2.10 for this card. So we are down on the Espers to Magicite. Probably jumped the gun on that one. Espers to Magicite goes into the losers column. And again, make sure to stick around to the end, because I am going to go over the all-in price for everything here. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk about the price that everything is worth now. Thankfully, these Go-Go's and Sphere Grids are balancing some things out for us. Next up, we have Zidane, Tantalus Thief, Surge Foil. I purchased this on June 10th for $7.68. I'm pretty sure we are going to be in the losers column, but damn, that card looks good. When it enters, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it, it gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. A lot of people said Zidane kind of got boned being a uncommon. This is one of the main characters from Final Fantasy IX. This is like our leading pro tag alongside Garnet or Dagger, depending on what you decided to name her in the game. This is a card that was attractive to me because I played this game and I really love this game. He's a mutant scout. He's technically in the game a tailed human. Every time I've played against this in limited, I've got my butt absolutely crushed. This card is amazing and it's very strong. I don't know if it would be a good commander. Let me know what you think about that. Let's go ahead and check out the price. Surge foil here, I'm seeing $6.25. I'm seeing near mint Surge for $3.79 plus $1.31 shipping. Like I said, we will ignore shipping, even though all the prices I'm giving you include shipping. Maybe I should be including shipping, but for the sake of this video, because I've already started like this, we're just not going to. Let's just do a near mint foil. I see $3.79, so like right around $4. Let's just say we go with this 100% here. $3.79. That card has lost about half its price since I purchased it. Goes into the losers column. What I'm seeing here is like the pre-sales that we purchased, we did good. The cards that were listed as this set came out, so these were June 8th, June 10th. I was buying these too early, so we can learn something from this video. Let's go ahead and keep on going here. This one we got a twofer. We got Sid, Timeless Artificer, And then we also have, what's on the other side? We also have a blue foil Go-Go. These are both foils. Let's go ahead and take a look at their prices. Foil blue Go-Go, June 10th, $6.74. A lot of people were super high on this card. I only bought one copy and I didn't worry about getting the special one. But when I saw just like the basic foil mythic for $6.74, I was like, that seems like a pretty good price after tax and shipping. Then we also have Sid, Timeless Artificer. 4/4 artifact creatures and heroes you control get +1/+1 for each artifact you control, and each Artificer card in your graveyard or deck can have any number of cards named Sid. So there was one made for each game in Final Fantasy. If you don't know, this is a meme in Final Fantasy. There's always a character called Sid. Final Fantasy VII, Sid was one of the characters in your party. Otherwise, Sid has appeared as like an NPC that you just run into. Sometimes they're like on the ship that you're traveling around on. Sometimes they're a character that is just like in charge of a city. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these. This Sid was purchased at $5.64, and the current lowest price that I am seeing it for is $7.95. So we do have a winner here. This is near mint, so these are all lightly played. We do have it as near mint, so I am going to say $11.04 on Sid. And Go-Go, Master of Mimicry. Let's take a look at that one as well. That's a pre-release, and here is the regular version. This is the version that we have. And near mint foil, $5.92. So we're about even there. I'm seeing $5.92 for a near mint foil, meaning that we are going to be just under on that. We were all in on Go-Go for $6.74. This one is $5.92. Go-Go goes into the loser pile. Sid comes over to the winner pile. And then we have Quina here, which is a Final Fantasy IX card. If you don't know this card is fantastic, dude. Foil extended art. If you play against this in limited and you don't deal with it, if people are making tokens, you are just going to be in big trouble as well. In the game, Quina does this really cool thing where you eat your enemies and then you gain their abilities. It looks like something that's just absolute nightmare fuel. Final Fantasy IX was a huge departure from a lot of the Final Fantasy games as far as the kind of stuff that you can play and what's on your team and the kind of creatures that you run into. Like the main character from the game is a tailed human, and this is a creature in your party. It's a legendary creature. Its race is a Q. I don't even know how to describe it other than they look like nightmare fuel creatures. Quina, June 12th, purchased at $20.97 for the extended art foil. So again, you're going to look at this and be like, dude, you paid that much for that extended art foil? Remember, these only appear in the bundles. The rares, the mythics, the uncommons, the legendary creatures, extended art foil only appear in the bundles. So let's go ahead and take a look at Quina and see where the price is. The regular extended art, $1.89. But when we go into foil, we're going to see a difference in price. Now it is a loser. Let's go with this price on this 100% sales on 82 sales. We're just going to say $8 for Quina. And because we paid $20.97 for it, that is going to put this card in the loser category. $8 for Quina. I should have waited longer on these, is what we're kind of learning here. That's kind of like the theme of what's going on. Quina goes over here in the loser column. Let's keep it going. And also another card from Final Fantasy IX. We have Queen Braun. Now, this is also the extended art foil, so this is almost like a video where we are looking at the price of a lot of the bundle extended art foils. I can already tell you, because I paid $26.46 for this one, I love what it does. It's a prowess 2/1. When it attacks, you create one of the wizards that ping people whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Love this effect. I play Black Waltz, and it's one of my new favorite decks. If the deck wasn't a pauper deck, this would absolutely be in the 99, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Queen Braun, like I said, $26.46. Queen Braun extended art, $2.86. And for the foil, oh man, we got pummeled. Oh my goodness gracious, we got absolutely pummeled. Near mint foil uncommon Queen Braun. There are 58 listings, so I definitely jumped the gun here. Everybody, this is what we can learn. Everybody who was selling these early as they were getting their bundles, they did the right thing. The people who were buying them early. This guy did the wrong thing. So learn from me here. Queen Braun Extended Art, $26.46, and you can get one right here for $5.17. Absolutely wrecked on that one. Queen Braun, right next to Queena here, firmly in the loser column. We'll move these over. We'll actually go ahead and move these over because we're having far less winners than I was expecting. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. One thing that I should let you know was, as I was buying these, one of my goals with this was to actually collect this entire set. Because these were exclusive to the bundle, I was like, I think it would be really cool to have all of the legends that came out of the bundle. So now that stuff is pretty cheap, I will probably go in and try to balance out some of these bad buys. And I don't know, we'll call it averaging down. Next up, we have Zand, Dark Mage. Now this Runechanter's Pike is one of my favorite Magic the Gathering cards. It is one of my absolute favorite cards, and this is a Menace Runechanter's Pike on a stick. For 2 a blue and a black, we get a 3/3 Menace, and it gets +1/+1 for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. If we are dumping our graveyard, say we are just like self-milling, filling our yard up, then we swing with Zand, get through. You could put a Runechanter's Pike on it as well. I would definitely be running some stuff in there. Go like Voltron with this guy. Probably have like definitely some other creatures in there so that if people are running Sacrifice or that kind of thing, we don't just lose our commander over and over. But I did look at this and I was like, this guy seems really fun to build. So that was my main reason for purchasing this one, aside from the fact that it's also one of these extended art foils. This is something that I actually want to build. I don't have a Dimir commander put together currently, so this seems like a fun one. Let's see. I don't want to preemptively put him in the losers, but I'm going to guess that that's probably where he's going to end up. Foil Extended Art Zand, June 12th was the purchase date, and it was $22.69 after tax and shipping. There he is, Extended Art, $4.99 for the near mint foil. Man, oh, pummeled. Pummeled. Pays to wait, even with Final Fantasy. It pays to wait. It also tells me that maybe the bundle idea and focusing on those cards instead of the Surge foils was probably a poor choice. I'm seeing $4.99, $1.31 shipping. We're going to say $4.99 on this, and hopefully these last 2 cards that we got here are going to help us balance things out a little bit, because I do know that we have a couple cards in here that we did get a good deal on. So we did put him in the loser column, and rightfully so. That is where he belongs, though I don't think he is a loser. I think it's a great card. It just did not work out the way that we wanted. Next up, we have Black Waltz. Now, this is a commander. It's in my commander sleeve. And everything, I pulled it from the deck because this is at the helm of one of my decks. So Black Waltz, number 3. 2 a black and a red for a flying death touch 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Black Waltz number 3 deals 2 damage to each opponent. I'm pretty sure from what I learned, they tested this at 3 damage to each opponent, and it was absolutely cracked. I run this as a Pauper commander, and the deck slaps. I just run a bunch of draw spells, and I run a bunch of spells that say, if target creature you control would die, instead it gains indestructible, or instead return it to the battlefield. Those effects that are going to keep it alive allow this Flying Death Toucher to be a really good blocker, and at the helm of the deck, if I'm just like drawing cards or like I play this and I'm like, okay, then I cast Lotus Petal, then I cast Expedition Map, then I cast the Signet, then I play, you know, like Ichor Wellspring, then I sacrifice Ichor Wellspring to, you know, like a whatever, a Deadly Dispute or whatever, just to be able to continue to draw cards. This will absolutely burn a table down super fast. It's a really fun card, and so this was one of the cards that I was targeting when the card first was spoiled. I was like, this is amazing. And then once I learned about the bundle extended arts, I was like, I absolutely have to get the extended art foil. I was searching eBay every single day for these as the set was being spoiled, hoping for this to pop up. I saw one of them sell like super early on for like $80, and I was like, that's absurd. And then as the set came out, I found one for a very good price, and I paid $7.67 for this, after tax and shipping. So I know that this is a winner, but for the sake of it, let's go ahead and look this one up. So we got Black Waltz number 3 extended art, and you can see $5.24 for the regular copy, but let's go ahead and look up the foil version, and it is much better. We got $20.19 for the near mint foil. So definitely a winner here for the near mint foil on Black Waltz extended. We are absolutely ahead. This guy goes into the winner column. Like I said, we paid $7.67 for that, so we're up 13 on that. And then last card before we get into our calculations is Aerith Gainsborough. Now this was another one that, like Black Waltz, I saw it and Snap bought it. Foil extended, 2 white, 1 or 2 and a white, lifelink 2/2. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Aerith. Whenever Aerith dies, put X 1/1 counters on each legendary creature you control, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on Aerith. That is a pretty busted effect. Shout out to my buddy over on GTG who runs Aerith. Let's see where she came out to. We bought her on June 13th for $6.74 for the extended art foil. Let's see where she is now. $7.88 for the regular copy. Let's see where the foil is. Much better as well, just like Black Waltz. This one is helping balance out our losers. Aerith. Cheapest price I'm seeing, $18 for the near mint foil. That's 98.7% feedback. Let's just go with, yeah, $18. That's fine. Winner, winner, chicken dinner on that one. So kind of a even spread here. Well, uneven. If you simplify the sphere grid down to 1 copy and go down to 1 copy, we had 5 winners and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losers. Now the Go-Go was very close. The Zidane was pretty close. And then we had cards that were already pretty cheap, like Espers that, sure, we paid, you know, $6 for that, but you know, the risk was low. It may be worth $2.10, but that's only a $4 loss, compared to something like Queen Braun, for example, where Queen Braun is a card that you can buy now for $5.17, and we paid $26.46 for this. So massive L there. So we had some big winners like the Aerith and the Black Waltz, and obviously the Sphere Grids. We made like $6 per card on Sphere Grid, and we did well on the Go-Go's. Those were all doubled, and Sid we did well on as well. All right, everybody. So despite our losers here, I have the numbers. Everything all in price from purchases from May 16th through June 13th, 2025. And again, this video recorded August 5th, 2025. So we are now essentially like 2 months later. We were all in for $181.30, and the price of everything now, $206.99. Say we add in, you know, $15 for shipping, we are ahead by about $30. So we're like 35 or like $40 ahead if we add in shipping. Otherwise, $206.99 is the price for everything now. We paid $181.30, which makes this video a winner. If you enjoyed this What I'm Buying video, and if you enjoyed me talking through all of this, definitely subscribe. It goes a long way, and it helps out the channel a great deal. You see all these names that are scrolling by? These are our patrons at the $10 level or higher over on Patreon. If you want to go get involved on a deeper level, head on over to Patreon, support Martishius Magic over there, especially if you like these videos. If you want to see more videos like this and keep the videos rolling and keep me here as a YouTuber, you can always subscribe as well. That is something that you could do with just the click of a button. And if you end up not enjoying the videos down the line, you can always unsubscribe, and it's just a click of a button as well. But thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you checking out this What I'm Buying video, and I hope to see you in the future, because we've got like 3 or 4 more of these that are just like Final Fantasy pickups, and then I do this with like every single set. So right now with Edge of Eternities, I'm buying like Shocklands, I'm buying like pickups over there, like $7 Shocklands. That's pretty low risk, and that's what I'm seeing right now on Godless and Wooded, or not Wooded, but Godless, Stomping Ground, Sacred Foundry, and what are the other 2? Breeding Pool and the other one. Follow us on Instagram if you want a chance to win the blue non-glare brand spanking new Dragon Shield sleeves. Hope to see you in the future. Bye.